Hello everyone, and welcome to my first YouTube video. My name is Zane, and today I'll be going over my 60 card Saber Angel deck profile. Now, I've been experimenting with Saber Angels for like the last 2 years, and this is currently my best build I have so far. It's not perfect, but I'm still working it out. Anyways, let's get started. First things first, we'll start off with 3 copies of Saber Angel Vrash. Now, what this card does is, when it's ritual summoned, you can pop all of your opponent's extra deck monsters, burn them for 1,000 each, then for the turn it can attack twice. Overall, really good card, and once per turn, if a card or effect is activated that would destroy a card on the field, you can shuffle a ritual monster back from your grave into the deck to negate it. Overall, pretty good card, and though I hardly ever summon it, but it is really useful to have at all times. Up next, for our level 8s, I'm playing 1 copy of Saber Angel Inaza and 1 Saber Angel Takini. Now, both of these have really similar effects when they are ritual summoned. Inaza, when it's summoned, can send a spell or trap that your opponent controls that they get to choose, and Takini does the same for monsters. Now, they both have different effects that differentiate them, obviously. Takini gives all your ritual monsters piercing damage, and during the end, and once per turn during your end phase, you can target a ritual monster or Machine Angel ritual in your graveyard and add it back to your hand. Niza, when it destroys a monster by battle, it can immediately attack again. And if your opponent activates a card or effect that would target exactly 1 card on the field, you could shuffle back a ritual monster from your graveyard to pop a card on the field. Overall, again, you're hardly ever going to summon these, but they're nice. They're always nice options to have. Up next, because we're playing the Light Fairy deck that happens to use ritual monsters, and it is part of the archetype, is 3 copies of Saber Angel Benton. This card has 2 effects really, but you're only ever using it for its second effect. When this card, if it destroys a monster by battle, it can inflict damage equal to its defense. You don't really care about that, but when it's tributed, you could add a Light Fairy monster from your deck to your hand. And overall, that's what makes that card good. And to complement that, we'll also be playing 2 copies of Saber Angel Idaten. When this card is ritual summoned, you can add any ritual spell from your deck or graveyard to your hand. And when it's tributed, all ritual monsters you currently control gain 1,000 attack and defense. So, mainly, you would want to combo. You would want to summon Idaten with using Benton as tribute, so that you could get another one of your ritual monsters and a ritual spell, so that you can immediately go into another summon. It increases overall domain consistency. Lastly, for our Saber Angel ritual monsters, we'll be playing 3 copies of Saber Angel Natasha. Now, this card has 3 overall really good effects. Once per turn on the field, you can target the face-up monster you control. You gain life points equal to half its attack. When a ritual monster is targeted for an attack, you can negate the attack. Keep in mind, this is not once per turn. And when it's in your graveyard, you can banish 1 other Saber Angel monster in your graveyard, target 1 monster your opponent controls. So if you summon this card, then take control of it. Keep in mind, that's also not once per turn. Not even a soft once per turn. Overall, This is your main protector and probably your one of your only real first turn options, to be honest. Alright, that covers the Cyber Angel ritual monsters, but we're still not done yet with the ritual monsters. Since it's a ritual deck, obviously we're going to be playing some Necros cards. And for my Necros engine, I kept that really small, consisting of just one Valkyris, Brionic, Unicorn, Colossus, Cycle, and Kaleidoscope. Now, I would get into overall details, but you know, I'm assuming most of you actually know how these work. Searches monsters, searches spells or traps, negates all extra deck monsters' effects on the field, prevents attacks and tributes for draw, send from extra deck, can revive from grave. You already know probably. And for the last ritual monster, I'm playing one copy of Saphira, Queen of Dragons. I'm mainly playing it just for the fact that it's actually pretty good in this deck. It helps you get any light monster back from your grave. It allows you to be more consistent, and maybe every now and then rip a card from your opponent. Okay, that covers all ritual monsters. Now for the main deck effect monsters, this is the main card you want to search off of Cyber Angel Benton, being Vanity's Ruler. As you know, when this card is on the field, your opponent can't special summon, but you can. And although you're hardly ever gonna synchro summon, you will want to play at least one copy of Destrudo. Overall, pretty solid monster, and definitely you should play it at all times in any synchro deck, to be honest. I'm also playing one copy of Honest. He's not too important for the deck, but he helps out every now and then, and given how the deck works, you could summon it back from the graveyard, then bounce it back to your hand and use it over and over like that. Alright, and of course, because we're playing a ritual deck, you can't go wrong with the incantations. I'm playing 3 Talismandra, 1 Bookstone, 3 Candle, and 1 Pensaplume. As I assume you already know, given that you're looking up how to play the deck profile of a ritual deck. And lastly, for your somewhat in archetype searchers, are 3 copies of Petite Cyber Angel and Cyber Egg Angel. This one allows you to add the Cyber Angel monsters or their actual ritual spell. This one allows you to get all their spells or Ritual Sanctuary from your deck to your hand. But keep in mind, both of these are hard once per turns. Overall, why did they design them like that? They could have been soft once per turns and be a lot better. It's not like this deck is meta anyways. Alright, that covers all the monsters and 2 of their spells. And for the spells, unfortunately you can't play pre-preparation of rites. I mean, you can if I actually use the proper spell to summon Saphira, but let's not get into that. But I will be playing 3 copies of Preparation of Rites, 3 copies of Machine Angel Ritual, 3 copies of Called by the Grave, and 3 copies of Ritual Sanctuary. Now, Ritual Sanctuary, you can discard a spell to search any light ritual monster or any ritual spell from your deck to your hand, and you can shuffle any number of spells from your graveyard back into the deck, and target a light fairy monster in your graveyard who has the same level as the spells you shuffled to special summon it. Those are both hard once per turns. Call by the Grave, I think you know why, to prevent any hand traps from fucking me over. Machine Angel Ritual is what you're gonna be using to summon obviously all the Saber Angel monsters, but it also has a really neat effect of when a light monster, meaning multiple obviously, you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect while it's in your graveyard, you could banish this card instead. And you already know what Preparation of Rites does. Add a level 7 or lower ritual monster from your deck, then you can add a ritual spell from your grave back to your hand. Alright, that covers the 3-ofs of the spells. Now for the 1-offs. Yes, I'm playing multiple 1-offs. Those mean 1 Terraforming. Why did they make it limited? 1 Super Poly. I know I should probably play more, but given that I could shuffle spells back from the grave, what's the point? 1 Sprite's Blessing, so that I could summon any of the lights. 1 copy of Rhoda. I'm only really the only target for the in this deck is Colossus, but you know. 1 copy of Raigeki. Overall, pretty solid destruction. And since I'm playing many monsters of different types, I'm also running 1 Pot of Dichotomy. I mean, it's not that good of a card, but given how the deck's main strategy is to just keep shuffling things back into the deck, I don't really have much of a choice. 1 copy of Monster Reborn, 1 copy of Machine Angel Absolute Ritual. Now this one is different from the other one because you have to tribute monsters whose levels are exactly the Saber Angel monster you want to summon. But also, you can shuffle fairy or warrior monsters from your graveyard back into the deck instead of tributing. And that's how you recycle Brionac and Colossus over and over. Good luck trying to get Brionac and Algorist back though. 1 copy of Incarnated Machine Angel. This one protects them by battle, and if you take damage, doesn't matter how, you can tribute a Saber Angel monster from your hand or field to special summon 1 from your hand, and it's treated as a ritual summon. So I'm playing it just because it's a spell, and you never know, you might actually do it. And then lastly, 1 copy of Foolish Burial and 1 copy of Foolish Burial Goods. Now let's get right into the extra deck. For our fusion monsters, I'm playing 1 Mud Dragon of the Swamp, 1 copy of Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, 1 copy of Salamangreat Violet Chimera, and Dragon Master Knight. As you know, these 3 are great Super Poly targets. I'm using this one in combination with Kaleidoscope so I could summon both Unicorn and Valkyries in the same time. Hardly ever expect that to actually happen, but you know, it's all good. Then for our synchros, we obviously have to play 3 copies of Herald of the Arclight. And I'm also playing 1 copy of Black Rose Dragon, Ancient Sacred Wyvern, this card because I could gain life points and it could lead to an OTK. Cyframe Lord Omega, solid card, banished and helps recycle your banished cards. 1 Stardust Spark Dragon. Oh shit, that's out of frame. I'm still a budget player, so don't expect that good of an options. And Trishula. Our only Exceeds monster is going to be number 29, Mannequin Cat. Like, couldn't really think of anything else to play. And then lastly, Topologic Bomber Dragon and Saryuja Skull Dread. Now, this isn't the proudest extra deck I've ever made, but then again, I hardly ever play decks that use them, so what's the point? And lastly, let's go over the side deck, which is really simple. Just 1 Metalfoes Fusion, 2 Burial from a Different Dimension, 1 Merciful Machine Angel, 3 Cosmic Cyclones, 3 Ash Blossoms, Enjoy Spring, 2 Red Blossoms from Underroot, and 3 copies of Game Sealed, you know, so that you could kaiju shit. Anyways, thank you for watching, and if you want to support my channel, please go ahead and subscribe and like this video. I'm not that good at making videos, but hey, we all gotta start somewhere. If you want me to cover another deck, feel free to comment which one, and who knows, maybe I might build that deck someday soon. Thank you, and please stay healthy, drink water, and always remember, don't let depression beat you. I'll be covering a lot more different topics on this channel at future dates. Good night. Since I'm recording this at 10 p.m., which is 22 for y'all that use military time. Sorry, I'm American. Okay. Goodbye.